What's up, guys? Joe here, coming at you today with one final war from the Champions War League Light playoffs. Elite Gaming actually came up short, 70-73 versus J-Off. J-Off did a great job on the Town Hall 10 side, 23 stars on the Elite Gaming side, and 23 3-stars on the J-Off side. So Elite Gaming season does come to an unfortunate end, but either way, a great showing by both clans. And before we get started, we have Town Hall 10 action and Town Hall 9 action today. I will be home next week in my studio. Thank goodness I'm ready for my actual setup. This is, kind of getting old, and I really just don't have the time with this work thing. But anyways, quick admin notes. Psyching it up, the action does not end here with the Champions War League Light action. Elite Gaming has actually been invited to the Invite League, which will have clans like Buy Forever, Golden Goblins, Cold September, and Dark Looters. So that's what the first couple weeks for Elite Gaming is looking like in the upcoming action. Starting Season 2 starts March 18th. Do look forward to videos involving the action there. And then also Town Hall 10s and 11s and Town Hall 9s. If you are interested in Elite Gaming, do get in contact with Team Leader Fog on either Twitter. His handle on Twitter is Fog Clash with Ash, or you download the Line application and search Line ID Fog Forsaken and hit him up if you're interested in joining Elite Gaming. They are looking for Town Hall 10s for this upcoming season. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and kick things off with actual Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 action. Jolex versus Monster Car. Triple against a max Town Hall 10, basically. I mean, great attack by Jolex, starting out with the two random bowlers to take out, really just angled in on two different points, taking out a couple of structures on the corners, really working on getting rid of these mortars, and then dropping the Archer Queen, and she'll take out a couple of structures over here in the far southeast. Taking out a couple of junk structures on the trash ring on the outside of the base, and then also working in and taking out the Archer Tower, working on getting in and getting rid of these Wizard Towers. That way it doesn't hinder his balloons as he starts to transition into the air portion of the attack. He'll bring his Barbarian King and a couple of Wizards in from the north. Losing a wall breaker there, but does rebound, having enough wall breakers to open up the compartment. Following it up with really just the Barbarian King to go in and take out this Archer Queen. Very patient, not rushing the attack, using the Iron Fist ability and taking out the enemy Archer Queen, and also really drawing the Clan Castle, but it doesn't really matter because he will be coming in with an air attack. Air troops versus air troops, nothing's going to happen there. He does drop a random Archer down here in the south, take care of the Builder's Hut and the random balloon over in the far west in order to take care of the Tesla that was sitting on the corner of the base. Brings in his three Lava Hounds and transitions, basically dropping two haste spells to speed those balloons up directly into the air defense, and then also into the sweeper, and just surrounding the base, dropping haste spells and a raid spell into this Tesla farm, as well as a heal spell to go directly into the Tesla farm, a heavy, dense, concentrated area. Also using the freeze spell to freeze both the Inferno Tower and the air defense, giving the balloons the time to take the haste spell, jump right into the Inferno Tower, and take out the air defense. So very classy move by Jolex, using the freeze spell like that to take out a easily placed air defense that was really close to the Inferno Tower, and just exploiting a weakness on Monster Car's base. At this point, it's all cleanup. The Lava Pups will follow up and take care of the Town Hall and the Clan Castle, while the balloons surround the rest of the base, taking out the rest of the trash ring around the outside of the base. So great attack by Jolex on Monster Car. Heavy impacted Town Hall 10 attack, or triple, also having the haste spell to swag on the back end. So we're going to go ahead and wrap that one up. Again, great attack by Jolex by J-Off. And then we also have one more, deciding Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10. Poncho got crushed by JoJo. Go figure the name, There was also another Joe in this war on the opposite side. But same thing before, heavy mass air attack. Dropping his Archer Queen in the north, really just targeting this air defense up here in the north. And then he'll bring the rest of his troops in from the south, dropping a bowler down in the south to work on really defensive pathing here, getting rid of the mortar down in the south, dropping a baby dragon. So the Archer Queen's up in the north working. We got a lot of action going on already. 2 different locations of the map, taking out the air defense with the Archer Queen, and then using the baby dragon for funneling over in the southeast. And then coming up from the south with the Barbarian King, a group of bowlers to go in and go after this Archer Queen and get rid of her. The air troops in the clan castle, so not really a deciding factor here. And when it comes to transitioning into the air portion of the raid, Archer Queen is down, and then he instantly starts transitioning into the air portion of the attack. So brings in his lava hounds into the air defense, surrounding this area with a lot of balloons, still having 11 balloons in the queue. Again, using a freeze spell to freeze the air defense and the Inferno Tower. And then he'll also use a heal spell in this dense defensive area where the Teslas and the Wizard Towers are located. So using a heal spell to heal those balloons up before going into the Wizard Tower and keeping them going. And then basically bringing in balloons on the back end of the attack. So he's not really stressing out about the Inferno Tower. The Inferno Tower will be actually one of the last things to go down here. The balloons will actually catch the back end of this haste spell and launch directly into the Inferno Tower, and then will drop down into this last Archer Tower and take it out, while the lava pups on the north end and a couple of minions are taking out structures in the northeast. And then finishing up on the back end down here in the south. So we're going to go ahead and speed this one up. It's all clean up, nothing special to watch here. All spells have been used. But either way, it was all very well calculated with the use of the balloons and watching the pathing of the balloons as they go in, and also using the freeze spell to freeze the Inferno Tower as well as an air defense again. So a very clean technique done by JoJo there on Poncho. So on the opposite side, over on Elite Gaming side, it was not a triple. However, Tony on the opposite side does basically a very clean attack on JoJo. Just happens to miss an air set expo and really just kind of stumps the attack. So he will come in with the Barbarian King over in the far east, and then dropping the baby dragon and start working on cleaning up some of the trash ring down here in the south. Dropping the Archer Queen, and really the target here is to get rid of the air defense over here in this corner. So the Barbarian King will take out structures. That way the Archer Queen will go directly into that air defense and get rid of it. A lot of defensive concentration here on the edge, so he has to use the Royal Cloak ability for the Archer Queen and get rid of that air defense. And then he will have 2, 3. So each of these air defenses are on the corners of the base. So he's basically going in on an air defense as well as the Inferno Tower, using a haste spell to speed up the balloons to get in on the air defense, and then also using a rage spell and the skeleton spell to take out the Archer Queen, take out the Barbarian King, and take out that air defense, or goodness gracious, not the air defense, the Archer Tower and a Wizard Tower. So 2 skeleton spells used there. Very clean way to use those skeleton spells. I'm really enjoying seeing the skeleton spells being used like that, but hasting the balloons into the base along this outer edge. Running into a couple of Teslas on the outsides of the base as well as the air defense. Having the 2 sweepers centralized like they are kind of slow down the balloons on getting in there, and really just kind of slowing down the balloons going through the core of the base and getting to the opposite side to take out the remaining expos. So all we have left is a large group of balloons that are going to really just be slowed down. There isn't any haste spells remaining, no rage spells remaining, so he can't speed these balloons up to get them into the Wizard Tower and dispose of that, as well as having the skeleton air set, skeleton traps hindering the balloons as well. So tough break by Tony on this attack, but I really enjoyed the use of the skeleton spell, the dual skeleton spell on the Archer Queen, getting rid of the Archer Queen and the Archer Tower and the Wizard Tower. So anyways, we're going to finish it up there. It does wrap up at 94%. A tough break by Tony. But again, Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 attack. So dropping down into the Town Hall 9s, a lot of these attacks you've seen before, so we're not going to hit on a whole lot of these. We do have John on Thelo. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But anyways, John comes in with a basically what looks like a Pekka Valk just mass attack, power attack, if you will. So starting out with a couple of minions over here in the far east, taking out structures that are out of range of the air defense, and using the queen walk up in the north. So the queen will continue to walk south, uses the baby dragon over in the northwest, and for the baby dragon to start taking out structures as it moves down. The archer queen will be used to take out both the barbarian king and the archer queen, and the minions are just over here working on a couple of structures on the trash ring on the outside of the base. So kind of a slow start on this attack, and you're not really sure what he's going to do, but he does have 2 pekka and a group of Valkyries in the core. So it'll basically transition into a pekka walk on the opposite side of the archer queen, and then a wide path for the Valkyries to just go directly into the base and not cut to the outside. But the bowlers in the clan castle will stray to the outside, so really the main force of this attack will be the Valkyries and the pekka that'll basically just power through the base. Tight compartment base, not a whole lot of spread on the structures on the inside of the base. So the healers will end up locking on the pekkas, and the pekkas will just continue to power through the base, while the bowlers actually stray on the outside and just take out structures on the outer ring of this base, so taking out air defenses that could have potentially taken out the healers that were focused in on the pekka. And then the Valkyries are just kind of running wild at this point, just randomly going around taking out structures within the base, and then they will group up back in the center here and continue to power through the base. The Barbarian King is at full health with his ability, as well as the Archer Queen will have her ability as well. So John really just kind of overpowers the base with power itself, a high damage per second dealing pekka and the Valkyries teamed up together. So definitely a different attack than what I've displayed in the past couple weeks from Elite Gaming, and I had to definitely share this one with you guys. Iron Fist ability is popped by the Barbarian King, and the Archer Queen will follow him with taking out this Wizard Tower, and the Pekka will stray off to go up to take out the Town Hall, but it will go down in the process due to a stray Archer Tower up here in the north. The rest of the troops will group up and then finish off the base, ending it out with a 3-star and taking out this final Archer Tower. So a great attack by John. Something certainly new, or not really new, but something different that we haven't seen from Elite Gaming in the past couple of weeks. Next attack will be JSP, number 14. So JSP actually comes in with a stoned gohobo. I'll have to put together a video once I get back into my studio. Seeing a lot of stoned or triple golem attack with the back end hogs. It's not a new attack at all, but once you've seen air done multiple times in the past couple of weeks, we have to get in a couple of these ground attacks, because there's still a lot of people that use ground attacks like this. The stoned, basically with the triple golems, you are trying to get as much out of your heroes as possible, and using a massive wall of tanks for Town Hall 9, 3 golems will suffice to really just tank for the bowlers and the heroes to get deeper into the base, tend to the clan castle troops and the Archer Queen, and really just kind of overpower the base with a smaller kill squad, mainly built up of a wall of protection for the wizards and the bowlers to work throughout the base. So both of the expos fall down or go down, and then he's just kind of patient with the hound, or goodness gracious, hounds. Why did I get hounds? Hog Riders. So Hog Riders, he has to be patient with the Hog Riders because he has only 1 heal spell, so he has to make it last. And he gets a lot of value out of his heroes and a lot of value out of the bowlers in the core of the base with all that protection. So he will wrap it up. He will save that heal spell for the final Teslas, and really just going in and taking out the last couple Teslas, and all at this point it's all cleanup. So it makes it look really easy. I mean, JSP gets it done with the stone golem and gohobo, and so there's multiple guys in this war that actually do this attack, and I'll have to record these attacks and make a separate video of its own for you Town Hall 9s, because this still is a very viable attack depending on the base and whether air presents itself or the ground attack presents itself. But anyways, we're going to finish it up with one more attack, guys, and I cannot emphasize how much I cannot wait to get home and get back into my studio. That way I can really produce these videos correctly with proper audio, man. This room is killing me right now. So Genevieve, we're going to finish it up with Genevieve. Genevieve was in, I think, week 3 or week 4. I can't recall, but she does Very similar attack to what was shown last week by Ashpack. Starting out with a queen charge using the archer over here on the builder's hut, and she would use the barbarian king in the south to walk in the southeastern motion north, taking out structures along the way. She starts out with the queen walk first, going in to take out this air defense that's easily placed for her to get in there and take this out. And it's just really focused on the queen charge at this point, getting her into the base, working on the funnel, taking out structures along the way, making sure that those all fall before she starts to transition, gets the rage spell down as the queen starts to maneuver into the denser area, and then she'll drop the barbarian king and about 3 or 4 wizards here to follow him up. Basically, they're going to follow him. He is the tank for the wizards, so not a lot of troops being needed here. Golems are not required in this attack. And using that jump spell to get that archer queen to go into the base, she goes in and starts taking out structures, getting rid of the couple of Teslas, and start working on this expo, as well as the clan castle troops, dropping the poison spell and a rage spell to get her health up before the clan castle troops get to her. And as you see over here in the south, the barbarian king is continuing to work up that southeastern side, moving north, and at this point she'll transition into the air portion, dropping her hounds to go directly into the air defense, following it up with the balloons. And the archer queen does take out that air sweeper, so there's no hindrance there, giving the balloons time to maneuver in. And then she does also have a hound in the clan castle, max level hound, to take on this last air defense. But again, with the skeleton spell, she'll drop a skeleton spell, raging up the balloons to go directly into the air defense, and then the queen's focused on the lava hounds, which will end up popping and turning into a queen pop and getting rid of this archer queen. That way that doesn't hinder her balloons, and she will finish up this attack very peacefully, getting rid of the archer queen and cleaning up the base very cleanly. So guys, drop some comments below. Stay tuned for season 2 in the upcoming weeks, and thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you for stopping by.